very tough and delicate situation. A lot of these children that you describe are refugees. It's actually easy for a board member. We don't have a choice. There are federal laws and state laws that require we provide an adequate education. Philosophically, I'd say if we didn't, we'd be much worse off when those children are left out into the void of living here and acclimating to society. So it is our job. I think it's a harder job for our folks on the council to figure out where these dollars are going to come from. I know if they do not give us the dollars, we're going to have to look at other programming areas. Probably not in academics, probably in the programs that help children, get excited about going to school. And I don't want to say any particular one. That's a hard decision that could have to be made down the road. But again, it's an easy decision for the board. We don't have a decision. We have to educate these children.
Ms. DePalma.
I agree on that point. We have a legal obligation to do so. I think when we do retain the funds that are being passed in appropriation, that what's important is that we not only allocate them to bilingual speakers, but we also implement curriculum that benefits the general population. All children's brains develop the same way, regardless of race, ethnicity, or religion. It starts with what's called the survival mode. And is my belly fill? Am I prepared to learn? Then it goes into emotional mode. Do I feel safe in the surrounding? Do I feel loved? And only after those things are checked off can we move into executive functioning. And that's a philosophy that's going to benefit everybody. The other thing I'll say is there is a cost benefit that has been quantified by the RAND group, that if we do not intervene and educate these students, we lose in the long run. If we educate them, they're more likely to own property. So that's property tax. They are more likely to have disposable income, to purchase goods, sales tax. They are less likely to be on welfare, and they are less likely to be incarcerated. The RAND group quantified that in 2005 as a $388,000 loss to society, and if they were incarcerated, 1.5 million, and that was in 2005.
Thank you. Rebuttal?
Yeah, it's less of a rebuttal, but just an anecdotal story I heard from a constituent who has children at West Rocks, and one of his kids is in a science class at West Rocks right now, where pretty much half the class are these Spanish-speaking students, and the other half are English-speaking students, and they have a translator in there, and that's what we can afford. But he said, it's like the Spanish children are learning English, the English children are learning Spanish, they're learning how to say carbon in Spanish, vice versa, but nobody's learning science. So we got to fix that, and that's going to require funding. Thanks.
Rebuttal?
I would disagree. Statistically, children who practice a dual language are more likely to develop their cognitive skills and cultural awareness compared to their monolinguistic counterparts. That is just statistics.
Okay, this is a short-term situation. They're not learning science right now.
Okay. We have time for one more